Sure, there's something right there. It's behind that little stump there. There's another one, guys. The small one. Hang on. Looks like something's been destroyed here. Lunch. So. I don't know what had built that. I haven't got a clue. So let's look at the evidence. It's on a trident. Dogs have been sniffing around it. And it's small. Why would a human build it? Because it's so small. Kids wouldn't build it. It's too much work. It's lodged in there. There's your entrance. Crazy guys, isn't it? It's like a weird atmosphere in here. I was saying to Willie before. Like, you know, that area that we're coming to. It's changed. Just looks weird, doesn't it? What's that one next to it? You bang one. A dick, ain't it? Keep going out of focus. Hey. Stay in that spot. Jesus. God. Doing this thing again where it keeps going out of focus, coming back in. Doing me head in. I told him I can hear them, like. Sorry, guys. Let's go for a little wander. I wonder. Just good. Sorry, just keep adding things. This little area here, look at this. It's got that across it. I mean, the shape of the trees in here, it feels like a special place, this. Let me just zoom in there, hang on. Just a quick one, guys. There's all sorts going on. Your little path. All the way down. Just asked him if I can come in. What's he got? See how it's lugs across it. To an A, eh? The marker next to it. And then you've got them two coming in. Need that one. You've got that one. Underneath them, look, trident. Yeah, they're behind me. They're picking it up. It's over there now. There's the moon. So just turn around, guys. Hang on. Hey, trident. Triangle. Yoo-hoo. Sure, there's something right there. It's behind that little stump there. Guys, I'm knackered. Sorry guys, I forgot to turn the phone. There we go. Right, guys. See you move. There we go. Hey, trident. Triangle. Yoo-hoo. Sure, there's something right there. It's behind that little stump there. Sorry guys, I forgot to turn the phone. There we go. What do you think, guys? See you tomorrow.
See back there. I'm turning at 85 miles an hour with my knee and zooming. I'm not kidding. It's not easy. Mostly because, well, you're not looking at the road, but also because you have to hold the camera so steady. Look what they do here. They come down this patch. You got to see right here. It's amazing. I never get a chance to film it. Look at here, all the trees, right? Shadow people trees. And they actually do the structures there. It's like incredible. They come right out of there. All where I film and show you every day. I really need to get in here. Like, I need access to that property. It's a magical, giant land like the Petroglyphs that I go to. And by the way, I just ate the worst Burger King that any of you have ever eaten before. I have eaten the worst Burger King. It was terrible. Burger King in Avon, Colorado is the worst. It's the only fast food place in Avon. How they're there, I'll never know, and it's terrible. Like, they do not know how to make their food. It's a crazy thing. I don't know how they're there. One nice thing is there's never a line. Not only are they tridents, but the whole entire thing is just unusually amazing. Okay, you're not allowed to go by. This is all military. I don't know. It's the secret base. I can get in the first section. It tells you not to, but so far no one. I've gotten looks. Like, I'll pass some strange dude coming down and he'll stare at me, like, as I go by. And now what I do, because I'm the kind of guy that can't, like, I have that ego there where if there's a problem, be like, you got a problem? I'll get out and put my foot right. I'm kidding. But in a sense, yeah, like, some of us have ego problems. And if someone's going to give you, especially when you don't deserve it, a hard time, I'm going to be the one that's right there. Because this guy's so used to, passive people that I'll be the one to say, are you crazy? I can't find I was looking for the cabin. I just can't get up that far. I really wanted to. I'm seeing, you guys, what's amazing? As I had the camera off, I'm seeing all kinds of new structures, like really blatant, beautiful work. I missed it. Here's where you can't go any further. Like, if you go any further from now, they'll just shoot you. It's kind of like Area 51. They just don't have, nobody knows about it. So putting real security on display is blatant. So since only a few people like hikers, like no conspiracy types go up there. It's just like someone out of water. So they're like, oh, sir, you need to go that way. But like Area 51, people are showing up to do videos and leaving public lands, end of public road, no private property. It's not that. No, it's private, but it's not owned by a person. All these animals going up to the top of the pyramid. The only thing, common sense wise, I can come up with is that because there's always so much snow on these pyramids and mountains and groundwater, that the shrubs they like to pick off of, the buds and stuff are there all winter. Like, in other words, like they grow so well in the summer that they go up and find stuff that hasn't been eaten yet. So in other words, because there's so much water, now these mountains retain the water. So as the water melts, it actually kind of retains as well. It doesn't just melt and go away. So you're going to get your initial melt, right, runs down the mountains. You guys see the path down the mountains, right? And then the rest of it, it's hard to do the percentage. It completely depends on your grade, what kind of dirt it is, and your environment around, right? But a lot of it goes right into the ground, especially now. Like it slowly starts to melt. That water's going into the ground, usually a percentage of it, and that's called groundwater. And that's going to flow all winter, like all summer, typically, depending on how much. Slowly, some groundwater moves quickly. Other groundwater moves slowly. It just can't find the route down, and that's what we want. And that's how we always have amazing, like really typically wouldn't be trees here. Let's see if I can see them up there. They're all my guys are up. They're one tier up, like on my road. I see them. They're like on a tier like this, but up. So I wonder here. I wouldn't think here. I just wouldn't. I'm not using common sense either. I just know here, but then right up there is really suspicious to me. You can only get it right there. Let's see if we can see them. Right in the summer. I'll talk about that in a second. I can talk about it now. The summer is I was going to do a video just on that alone. The differences I see in this subject in the winter and the summer is dramatic. It's not only dramatic, it's tremendous. Hold on. I'm starting to see it. As soon as you start seeing the only rocks that are there, you start to see where the trees have been shaved and their tridents. Everything's a little bit, look, these trees stick out and they're all, very much marker looking like. I want to bump into one of these guys. You just got to break them. So when this guy pulls up and he acts all tough, I can't give you an example now, but I'm going to adjust my personality to where immediately he thinks I'm not a threat, and I show. You show one thing you don't want to show with a strange, like guy to guy thing is never show an ego, never show that you think you know anything, especially if he's military or Men in Black, because they're going to show you that you can't win. You're not going to win this argument. So what you want to do right away is just be his best friend. Absolutely, sir. I would, whatever I would say, I can't really do it on the video, but if I was in that situation, I believe I could handle it the best. Now, it depends on him. It might backfire, or, he might, just be like, listen, I can't. But if I can tell him, if I can get to break him, break the ice a little bit and tell him what I do, who I am. It's already happened. With I told you, I didn't tell you the whole story because he asked me not to afterwards, because he heard me talk about it a little bit. With pilots. So I will tell you this much, okay? I can't tell you what service or anything like that, but we have some very good, really, really special guys up here that are pilots. And did you hear that? I heard it because of that. That's something you don't hear me say usually in the winter. Look at this. No matter what, I got footprints going up these steep grades. So that's the only thing I can think of, is that there is, surprisingly, is like, good shrubs to eat off of up there, like, old buds from the spring that weren't eaten, things like that. So that's or it's, I think these guys do hide, see like here, do hide among, I see the same thing even in the summer, where I see hooves prints that are coming off their seats. Like, sometimes I just don't believe it. I don't really have any evidence. Like, this is one of the times where it just kind of really seems to point in that direction, that either they don't have feet, some of them, or they, I don't know. I don't want to, give me a sec. The town cleaned this up. Remember, I used to show you all this whole cul-de-sac was decorated. Perfect, beautiful X right there. Just a freestanding X. This was an incredible teepee structure. They got most of it. They got the stuff on the front. They had no idea what they were doing. They just think it's... That's the crazy part. The guy doesn't see that he's taking down an X, and he doesn't know that he's taking down a teepee. And if you can't think that's crazy, I don't know. I can't really help you much. Like, if you're literally cannot process what your brain was put there for, I'm not smart enough to help you. So, well, the last house, some of you will know what I'm talking about. The lady that watches the pyramid and the 10,000 stones that have been placed at the top of it by some aliens. I meet her by accident. There's no way anyone would be on that pyramid but her or me. And she said she's been protecting it for 30 years. She hugged me and we prayed. It was a crazy thing. Hold on. Let me give you sort of an aerial view from the spot. These are some great houses here. It's a very unique neighborhood. It's a little bit of boring, but it's also awesome. There's a car now. Just want to show you this, how this is all so unique in here. And it all goes to here. And then behind where I zoom from the ranch. It's not just places, it's everywhere. That's the thing. It's up here. It's almost like they made room for us. Like this is not something that's happened by accident. Humans, we have been. Lots of other beings have made room for us, and I'm just interested in that. To me, half the music here we play I don't listen to. It's whatever's on there. Resident Alien. Hold on, look at that shot. Is there truth to that? Would I have any insight on this? Like, for real? I've got you first. Absolutely possible. Yes, I believe it's looking like that's absolutely the case. That they've always told us everything on TV. They at the same time prey. They know most people won't believe it. They just think they're watching fiction, but they prey upon your subconscious. That's what all fiction is. Most fiction is all true. It has like a base truth to it. So is Iron Man real? Absolutely. Not the story or him, or you might not think he's cool, but there's some sort of suit somewhere. And then of course they're going to spin something on it, right? That's why I had to slap the brakes on. I think I was just next to him. That's why I didn't, because I was definitely just speeding. So, is that possible? Yeah. Would it be anything like that? This is where people get lost. In the comedy, no, of course it wouldn't be anything like that. It's not, I stand right in the middle of real reality sometimes. Things that your brain would melt if you could see a video of it. And even after leaving that, I tell people, even being in full-blown telepathy and standing in front of 200 of them, hold on. I would sit, the first things I'd say in the video to people like, look, man, it's crazy, right? But I tell people, it's not the movies. That's what I always say, like, even the way they present it in the movies, like, you got the music there, it really can draw us in, right? This is a psychology strategy, okay? Everything you know, everything you like, everything you think It all has a psychology base to it. It's got some strategy, okay? That's how we have been changed. It's very simple to see. You'd have to be very, very stupid not to be able to figure it out on your own. Okay, so people, they figured that out too. So what they did was spun it to where there must be a logical explanation. There has to be a logical explanation. This is what the educated people of the world, how they think. You think that's an accident? No, it was done on purpose. So all of the rest of us who aren't Einstein geniuses have started figuring some stuff out by accident. Some of us are intuitive and looked into some stuff and things started happening. Believe me, I never claimed to be like, I'm not dumb, but I'm certainly no, like I don't walk around ever thinking I'm smart. Let's just make that very clear. There's a difference. Sometimes smart isn't always intellectual. So like you can't gauge how smart I am by my lips, like the words that are coming out. In a lot of cases you can. With me, I'm a little different because I have extreme ADHD. People aren't willing to entertain that because I look just like everyone else. So, wow, you don't look retarded. I'm going to treat you just like, I want you to treat, but we do want a little sympathy. I have a lot of people right now that have ADD or ADHD. I know I do. It's just by odds and people that tell me. And we do. We would like a little sympathy. Just a little. Like, oh, you know what? I was about to think this guy's freaking nuts. He was just talking about this and now he's talking about that. But, oh, Mark's a great guy. He's just got ADHD. He really has no idea what he's doing half the time or saying. And it just goes one thing. But his intentions are good. His heart is true. And I will never lie to you. I just made that up. And I will just trust me. You guys, this is all real. There's nothing not to trust. What have I ever said to you that you couldn't believe? Think about it. In 1,300 videos, what did I say that you couldn't believe? So that's what I'll do. I'll grab when I see that part. I was talking about how they whistled right next to me like multiple times. I was trying to zoom into there. I was close. I wanted to get level, so I walked up here, back up this way because you can't really get up. It's the approach is almost impossible. It's not impossible, but very you don't want to do it. It's just brutal. And then they whistled at me, and that's where they were. This is what they don't want you to know about right there. They do everything they can to be sure that you don't figure out that's where they come from. Right there. At least in this place right here. Right there. That's where they come out. Right there. Well, that's one of them. They haven't shown that in quite some time. You got the frozen avatar there. They'll be right up there walking around. Look up there. Well, they could be anywhere walking around, but at that particular day, he was right there. You can see there's a path coming down. I don't see anything. I think it's right there. They sit right in front of this. Hold on, I'm driving at 85 miles an hour, not looking at the road. Oh, I can't get it. I'm not kidding. With my knee, 85, without looking at the road. It's one of my skills. I do not recommend trying this at home. I've almost died about. That's one of the reasons I think you're predetermined, because I've literally almost died 1,000 times. I just can't die. Like, I won't. I mean, if you came over and shot me, sure, but something would happen to you. Just as about you're about to shoot me, like somehow you wouldn't be able to, because someone wants me to suffer. That's what I think. I can't die. I don't know what it is. I don't want to. So actually, one of my skills is actually not having. I can drive without looking at the road, and never will I. Sometimes that's not true. If I get real into it, that's when I almost die. Toyota broken down. They sit right there, right down there. Always look at your river really, really close.
Hey up guys, getting there. Up on a little mound. Beautiful day today. Bit fresh. Exciting. Getting there though. Gotta be quiet because it's just a tree falling over. It looks like someone's sleeping. Look, I haven't woke them up yet. See? Wakey, wakey. It's strange that, isn't it? Just gonna keep going that way, guys. I'm blinded by the sun. Did you see the sun, do I? A vampire? One, two. I think, guys. In case I get lost, I know where I am. Cheers.
There's a place. I'll take you there. I know. If I say something and it reminds you of a song, I already knew it reminded you of a song. I'll take you there. Remember, you don't have to like the song. It just comes to me. It's how ADD works. That I've always wanted to zoom on, and I just always blow it off. And right there, because it's got to be good because it's the only place around that has a forest like that. Will we see anything? Oh, it's rocks. Oh, interesting. Ooh, home sweet home right there. Look at that. And we got landscape in front. What's this over here? What's that line? I don't think. Oh, maybe it's from water. Oh, that's blatant. See, those two things could be anything. It's something that eludes every human on Earth. That those two trees can be 100% technology. It could be part of the four globes. Remember, you're being tricked. You're inside of a quarantine zone, and inside that zone is whatever they want a human to believe. You can dig dirt. It's like your backyard. So the big question is your home been in one of these zones? Remember, it doesn't matter. You could come back in 100 years. It'll be the same thing, but it's still technically a simulation. It's being done by technology. I know, it's crazy, right? Not always, but in some places, it's how they believe me. They told me that's how they do it. They said that's how they trick humans. If you're inside the four globes, which they're literally, I don't know how big they are. I think I just saw some that were dug up in. They're underground. They're like right underground, close. It was like Puerto Rico or somewhere, one of those, somewhere on an island. They found them. Like, oh my God, they got the globes. They have no idea what they have. So they're basically spears. They describe them as they're made the same way as the Earth, but there's no life on them. God made them, and inside, they're placed in four corners. Now I don't know how big those corners could be. It could be 1,000 miles or 100 feet. I'm not sure. I have no idea of how big this area can be in between. I'm guessing a town without a problem. Certainly a square in the forest where they live. And you will believe this. I'm not trying to convince you. This is what they told me. Okay, so it's up to you to believe what you want. That inside of that is nothing is going to be going on that's going to blow your mind, but it's things like just this, like you can be on a road. He said the way he describes a human can take a shovel and dig, and he's even seeing the dirt pile. He can see his hole. He told me not real. Things like that. So I don't know. I just got to relay some of this stuff because it, like, today is this important? No, but take in what I tell you, because all of a sudden, for some reason, in today or in a week, you'll hear like the same thing, or in a year. But it's sooner or later you'll hear it again. That's why it's so important for me to tell you the crazy stuff, because it'll one day it will become not crazy. Do you know what's really crazy? You. No, I mean like us, not you, not like literally. Like, I meant just the fact that we're here. It's just that you're used to it. So why do you think anything's crazy? The real answer is you're just not used to it.
big blind here. I think I'm a bit close to him, aren't I? Right. You acting like a stump, mate? You stumped me, mate. Hey, mate. I'm gonna change me a touch because this one's dying again. It started dying. When I got here. Guys, seen him up in the bizzle.